Well, guys, we have reached the end of yet another year talking about film on this platform. This is crazy. I've been doing this for like 14 years now or something. I don't even know what's going on. So much has happened over the past few years, and it's time once again to talk about the best films of the year. And as usual, I want to start with some honorable mentions. You guys know these are my picks. These are films that meant something to me. These are films that impacted me in a specific way, that hit me at the right time, or that were just really phenomenal movies. And those honorable mentions are The Boy and the Heron, Maestro, The Tunnel to Summer, The Exit of Goodbyes, Bottoms, Still, a Michael J. Fox movie, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, When Evil Lurks, Beau is Afraid, and Sisu. Loved all of those movies, enjoyed all of them in their own way. They're all very special movies, but they didn't quite make the list, which we're going to get into in just a second. But first, I want to give a big thank you to the sponsor for this video, Factor. Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. Their team of gourmet chefs create each meal using only ingredients with integrity to help you feel your best all day long. This bustling holiday season, you might be looking for nutritious, flavorful meals to fuel you on jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you eat well for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle while tackling all your holiday to-dos. So you can cross meal prepping off your list this holiday season with Factor, skip the meal planning, grocery shopping, chopping, prepping, and cleaning up, and get Factor's fresh, never-frozen meals delivered to your door. Factor has made meal prepping a lot easier this year for my family. Time is of the essence. We're always very busy, there's always something to do, and it's been great to have Factor this year. It's really helped eliminate a lot of guesswork when it comes to meals. So head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code Stuckmann50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. That's factor75.com and the code is Stuckmann50. That link is in the description below for 50% off your first Factor box. Thank you so much to Factor for sponsoring this video. When it comes to film in 2023, a lot of big mainstream movies didn't quite deliver in the ways that I hoped they would, and that led to some disappointment. It led to a feeling of detachment from film this year. But when I really sat down and looked at all of the movies I saw in 2023, I realized there were a lot of gems. And because of that, I've decided to make this a top 15 list. Because every time I whittled it down to 10, there were like 5 other movies that I could not believe were not on the list. So here we go with number 15. First up is another gorgeously animated star-crossed romance from Makoto Shinkai. Filled with dazzling sequences and state-of-the-art animation, Suzume evoked emotions I didn't know could be stirred within me, especially when you consider that the primary relationship involves a chair. The highest grossing movie of the year was technically based off of an IP, but Greta Gerwig's charming film did everything it possibly could to differentiate itself from the doll's origins to create something genuinely original. I've been saying this since July. Let Ryan Gosling perform at the Oscars. Hell, give him one while you're at it. Nicolas Cage has had an eclectic career that can't be characterized in simple terms, and Dream Scenario will go down as one of his best roles. We live in an age where everyone has something to say about so-called cancel culture, but I've never seen a film tackle this subject so succinctly and hilariously. Keanu Reeves maybe closed out his tenure as the God Mode hitman, responsible for some of the gnarliest kills ever put to screen. A masterwork of blood and bullets, John Wick 4 somehow bested each film that came before it. A top-down sequence, as well as a treacherous trek up a staircase and back down it, will be remembered as all-timers for the genre. Tom Cruise continues to push it to the limit with his signature franchise, and while this entry was not the near perfection of Fallout, this series is just so phenomenal that even a relatively good entry can still be ranked alongside the best action films ever made. The entirety of the train finale is classic, white-knuckled, grip-your-armrest tension. This is the kind of movie people think of when they say they don't make them like they used to. As it turns out, sometimes they still do. Jonathan Glazer returns to directing 10 years after Under the Skin to deliver a searing and ultimately terrifying portrait of complicity. His voyeuristic camera captures a family that lives directly outside the walls of a concentration camp and watches from afar, never in close-up, as they go about their lives, hearing the horrific sounds of death just mere feet away. It's the best sound design of the year, in a film filled with shocking moments that will churn your stomach. Newcomer Franklin Rich made the ultimate indie movie. One that, like Clerks, El Mariachi, Primer, and even the Blair Witch Project, should inspire countless filmmakers to realize that it can, in fact, be done. His low-budget film is one of the best scripts of the year, and although I find this word extremely overused, it is also timely. Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro re-team with Martin Scorsese to tell the often overlooked story of the Osage Nation and the murders that took place in the 1920s. Lily Gladstone, despite being surrounded by legends, gives an Oscar-worthy performance, and Scorsese once again directs like he's in his 20s. The best superhero movie of the year, by far, Spider-Verse took everything great about the first film and cranked the dial to 11. In a year where the term superhero fatigue could not be escaped, the team behind the Spider-Verse movies proved that there's still plenty of life left in superhero movies. You just have to make a damn good one. If a movie has ever been a warm hug, Alexander Payne's The Holdovers is that movie. Paul Giamatti plays the most lovable curmudgeon this side of Hugh Grant and Harrison Ford, and when I'd reached the end of the film, I could have watched these characters for another 30 minutes just go about their lives. The chill winter vibes along with the heartfelt conversations brought tears to my eyes. First-time director Cord Jefferson teamed with Jeffrey Wright to bring us an eye-opening but also hilarious look at how Hollywood loves to put artists in boxes and keep them there. In this case, how the establishment is profiting from black artists and even silencing them under the guise of lifting them up. One scene where a group of writers are judging the quality of books for a contest gave me my biggest laugh of the year. I never thought I'd see Emma Stone as a variation of Frankenstein, so I'd like to thank Yorgos Lanthimos for giving that to me. She will likely secure a second Oscar win for this, but it's honestly Mark Ruffalo who impressed me the most here. He's staggeringly funny and completely different from anything we've ever seen from him before. And the film is absurdly gorgeous looking, with wonderful costume design and sets. Without a doubt, the biggest surprise of the year for me. A stunning, emotionally powerful, and downright thrilling film, Godzilla Minus One proved that not only is there still life left in our favorite kaiju franchise, but after all these years, they could make what just might be the best one yet. When that Godzilla theme kicked in, I felt like I was watching real cinema with a giant monster. Christopher Nolan wrote and directed a 3-hour biographical thriller that's rated R and with no CGI shots, and managed to pull in almost $1 billion worldwide. That is a remarkable achievement in our day and age of franchise-dominated moneymakers. Cillian Murphy should get the Oscar for his intense portrayal of Oppenheimer, and with any luck, Nolan will walk away with a statue or two as well. When it comes to my number one pick of the year, I really didn't know what it was until about a week ago. I had no clear pick in my mind like I did last year or the year before it. I just didn't know. The year had a lot of movies I loved, but none that really stood out to me until I really started to think about it. And I realized that without a doubt, my number one pick was the movie that did everything I want a movie to do. I can't say that this film was a surprise because I had zero expectations for it. The anime and manga have a passionate fan base, but it never reached the popularity of juggernauts like Demon Slayer or Dragon Ball Z. I went to see the film because I try to see anime in theaters whenever I get the chance. I truly did not expect to experience such an emotionally evocative film. I didn't expect to cry. I didn't expect to feel my adrenaline skyrocket, and I certainly didn't expect for it to be my favorite film of the year. But after seeing it multiple times, I can truly say that no other film this year gave me the laughs, tears, and thrills that this film did. It's an underdog story, a coming-of-age story, and a tragedy, all in one. I'm sure many of you missed it, so when you get the chance, check this one out. Oftentimes, my number one pick of the year is a movie that I feel like I have to show people. Top Gun Maverick was that way for me. I wanted everyone that I loved to see that movie and to appreciate it. The first Slam Dunk I feel very similarly about. I want everyone that I love to have fun with that movie because I really do think it leaves you in a great place of joy and it thrills you at the same time. And it's very, very funny. It's extremely underrated despite having an immaculate Rotten Tomatoes score, a great Letterboxd score, a great IMDb score. Everybody who sees this movie loves this movie. It just kind of got buried by the fact that it's an anime movie that nobody really knew about. And also it came out around the height of Barbenheimer, and a lot of movies got buried by that. And I feel like this is one of those gems of the year that throughout the years, especially anime fans, are going to look back on and be like, yeah, that one was special. Guys, it has been an amazing year, really a crazy year. A lot of stuff has happened, and it's been fun to be able to share these moments with you and to talk about movies with you, as always, for so many years now, and I'm looking forward to another year of doing that. My film should be coming out next year. It's submitted to various festivals, and we've been able to finally complete our ADR, which is great. And so we are just about done with it. I mean, there's just like random little color corrections and things that we might adjust here and there, but it's like 99.9% done now. It's like a movie. It's real. And I can't wait to share it with you guys and what that journey will be like. And as always, I'll be here with you sharing that journey. So thank you once again for watching, and I hope you guys check out these movies on this list and they bring a lot of joy and entertainment to you. I'll see you guys in 2024. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.